Hello everyone, this is Vika and welcome back to the channel. This is the third video of Unity Beginner tutorial series. In this video we are talking about how to control our player using keyboard inputs and how to destroy the player when it collides with obstacles. So without further ado, let's go to the tutorial. In today's video, we are going to move our player according to the keyboard input. For that, first we need to create a script. So I select the player and go to the inspector and add the new script named player controller. Then I drag and drop the script into the scripts folder. This is not a mandatory thing, but it is always a good practice. Now double click and open the script in Visual Studio. First of all, what I'm going to do is add a velocity to the player. For that, we need to get a reference to the rigid body 2D which is attached to the player game object. So let's type rigid body 2D player to create a variable. Now come to the start function and let's type rigid body 2D player equals get component rigid body 2D and brackets then semicolon. Inside the update function we are waiting for space button press and do relevant process inside the if condition. So let's type if input.getKeyDown and key code dot space and close the brackets. Using this piece of code we detect the space bar press. If we detect a space bar press, let's add some velocity to the player. So let's type rigid body 2D player.velocity equals new vector 2. So in the x direction I set it to 0 and for y direction I create a float variable as jump speed. Now let's go to the beginning of the code and declare jump speed as float variable and initialize is to 1. Now let's go to the Unity editor and click on the player and you can see the player controller script. In the rigid body 2D section, we need to change body type to dynamics from kinematics. Also, I need to jump my player only in Y direction. So I freeze the player in X directions by ticking this. Yep, that is it and let's play. Oops, player has collapsed. It's not due to my code's failure. So I tweak values of jump speed and gravity scale. Then I realize the gap between obstacles are not enough. For that I double click on the obstacle prefab and open it. Then I change the space between obstacles as well. Then I found out that the gap between two obstacles are too close. So I click on obstacle spawner game object and change the wait second value as well. Then I again tweak gravity and jump speed values for better player experience. One more thing, when we are crossing pillars, you have seen that the player is rolling due to some collision. To avoid that, go to the prefab and in the box collider tick on is triggered. Now our next task is destroy the player once it collides with obstacles. Before creating a script, let's go to the prefab folder and open the obstacle prefab. Then click on one of the obstacles. Now click on the tag drop down and click on add tag. Then click on plus button and type obstacle and save. Now we can see tag called obstacle. Then click obstacle upper game object and go to the tag and select tag as obstacle. Now repeat the same process for obstacle lower as well. Now Unity officially knows that these are obstacles. Then go to the scripts folder and create C# script and name it as Game Manager. A Game Manager is something that keeps track of what state game is in, manage the menu, host systems, record and stores information for various purposes. Here I use it to destroy player and control the game flow. You can see Unity gave different icon for Game Manager script. Even if the icon is different, Game Manager is also another script. So let's double click and open it in Unity. In Unity it provides inbuilt function to detect collisions. For that, the both colliding game objects should have colliders attached and at least one game object should have rigid body attached. Since we have satisfied those conditions, let's go and type on trigger enter 2D and Visual Studio is the rest for us. Here I remove the private part since I don't need it. Now let's type if collision.tag equals obstacle, not equal, it should be equal for comparison, and inside the curly braces let's print player collided with obstacles. So let's hit on save, go to Unity and play. So it doesn't give any input in the console. Let's check the reason. I click on the player and check whether each trigger is clicked, and yes it is. Now go to the prefab and it is tagged as obstacle and spellings are correct. Okay, I found the reason. Here I haven't attached the game manager script to the player. So here drag and drop it to the player inspector. Now save and play. Now it should be working fine. Now you can see the logs in the console output. So let's go to the script and destroy game object. For that, let's type destroy game object. Let's hit on play, and once the player collides with the obstacle, it has disappeared as we expected. That's pretty much it for the today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up, and if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Also, to receive my notifications, please consider to subscribe and hit on the bell icon as well. So see you soon in the next video.